time, the Cafe Clairvoyance Sunday show is going to be live here from Spain, and broadcasting to you guys out there wherever you are. And yes, very interesting show I think today, and maybe a lot of discussions you guys would like to talk about, especially with the current climate going on. Maybe you got some stories. We've already got some stories already we'd like to share with you. And also the special day today. Yes, it's Mental Health Awareness Day. So especially these particular times we're going through, that maybe we just need to have a little chat and just talk about things and maybe clear the air, maybe just help one another and see where we go from here. And a very good afternoon to you, Mila. Thank you very much for joining. And fabulous, brilliant. Okay, let's do a little intro. Be back shortly. Well, during the show today, we're going to be doing a horoscope, and that's going to be interesting to say the least. A load of things going on there in the sky at the moment, and which is creating opportunities, creating maybe the odd challenge, and maybe other things too, but we'll discuss that as we go through. And also we've got your live mini reading. So if you would like a little live mini reading on the show, then please give us a shout. And we just need a favourite, on this particular show, we just need your favourite colour and a question. It's not the astrology show, so we just need those details there. And very good afternoon to you, Mila Z. Fantastic soul. If ever you guys out there need a little bit of help with some social media, need a bit of help with wherever you're going in life, then Mila Z is a very nice lady to contact. Anyway, so this is also what we'd like you guys to do during the show. Meet our 3 dragons. It seems a very good afternoon and a very optimistic time, especially as we go more through October, to have some dragons, doesn't it? To have some dragons. See, I think we need it on the show. But basically, they're sending a message to you guys. Please share the show. Please subscribe to YouTube as much as you do on Facebook. And also just share out to your friends, whatever you'd like to do. That'd be absolutely fantastic. So we're going to see you in approximately 57 minutes. Really look forward to engaging with you on the show. And if you'd like, well, we're already here. I just checked to see if the producer's ready. I think she's just on the phone at the moment, just talking to a few people prior to the show. And she's up. Yeah, I think she's ready. I think she's ready for the show. Yes, thank you. Yes. All right. Speak to you in a minute. Bye. Oh dear. Anyway, so she's going to join us. The producer will be here as well, helping the show run smoothly. And so will Batty the dog. He's sat behind me at the moment here. He's just listening in, and he's guarding something, but I don't know what. Anyway, so see you guys very, very soon in about 56 minutes. Can't wait for the show. Can't wait to get some interesting stories out there to you guys, and your stories too. So see you very, very soon. Okay. Alrighty, take care now, and warm wishes to you. See you in a short while. Perhaps it's just ending. Wherever you are, hope you had a lovely time. Well, a very good evening to you, and I hope you're well wherever you are. And it's lovely to welcome you onto the show. And very good evening to you. Right. Okay. So this week, loads to tell you what's going on at the moment, especially up in the skies there. But also, we also got to tell you about your horoscopes, what's going on there, your stories and everything else that goes on there. Now, during the show, all we ask you to do is to share it out live there to people. Let people know we're live. It's a free show, so that's all we ask you to do. Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that nice? Yeah, a bit more light. Sorry, I was fading out in the limelight there. Anyway, so how are you? You look well. You don't look too bad at all, and it's lovely to see you. So what we'd like to do during the show is to share this out to everybody, and we do this via our 3 dragons. I hope you know some dragons. Maybe they're nice. Anyway, this is just for you. So, okay, during the show tonight, very interesting times coming up this week, isn't it? Because we've got Mercury retrograde, we've got Mars, which is retrograde, but we've got Venus over there in Virgo, spreading some nice energy and doing some nice things there. So we'll see what's coming up on there. Anyway, lovely to see you, and really hope you're well. Good. Okay. And so what else is going on here? Out there in the news, the astrology news here. Well, interesting what's coming up this week. Very, very interesting what's coming up this week. Because I think what we're going to see here is transition to change in one way or another. For some of us, we're going to feel very energetic. Could we say that? Yes, we certainly can. Feel very, very energetic. Things that go on there. But also, what's going on in your world around you? So, one thing I would like to say here is we're just looking at your astrology charts and chatting on what's going there. And just before we do that, just say what was going on last week and what's going on this week. Well, let's have a good old chat there. Okay, so last Sunday we had the astrology show. Last Sunday there it was absolutely fabulous evening, and we've got the producer of the show saying hello and good evening. We've also got loads of other guys coming on. Absolutely lovely to see you. And good. So also on Tuesday there, wasn't that a lovely evening? Really, really engaging evening. We had the lovely Jodie Smart who came on, who was a fashion designer and also runs the big restaurant, lovely place down there by Benissa and between Benissa and Calpe called the Oceana. And we had her on the show, and she was a fashion designer and still designs clothes, just things like this for celebrities of all kinds here. As we saw, absolutely fabulous, lovely hearing her positivity. And one of her words here that she was saying that is what keeps her going, keeps her motivated, is the fact it's that continuity, being that consistency. If you want to achieve something, as be consistent, keep on going, even at times when it feels like you're not doing so well, just keep being consistent. Anyway, good evening, Sandra. Hope you're well. Lovely to see you out there, and lovely to see you guys watching in as well. So thank you very, very much. Okay, so also here, what's coming up? So tonight we've got the show. It's on for an hour. Please like and share the show. Please let people know we're live. Just send it on out there. Just share it to your friends, to your pages and things like this. Let people know, because it's a free show. So that's all we ask you to do. Good. Okay. And what else we got coming up? So on Tuesday this week, I've got a fabulous author going to join me on the show. Now, I'm sure some of you here have actually heard of her. Her name is Stephanie J. King, and this is her book. This book here. Yes, so she's going to be, as you can see, it's a little bit back to front, but never mind. And then it says, and so it begins. And actually reading some of this book, it's absolutely fascinating. It's very much about positivity, spirituality, getting ourselves out there. And yeah, it's a very good read. So she's going to be joining us, and that'll be absolutely fabulous. Okay, the subject, I love this, is typical. I love this. Russell Jewis says, the subtitles in Murphy's going retrograde. I wonder where it gone. Yeah, I wonder too. I think it went that way. So that's hilarious, isn't it? I shall slow down and say it again slowly. Mercury is going to go retrograde. Hopefully that came up okay this time. Dear, dear. We've got to be careful here because I can't say what I think you'd like to say here is that Murphy's going backwards. Okay. Anyway, yes, Chelsea all the way over from San Diego. Hello, Chelsea. Hope you're well. Yes, I'm doing very well, thank you. Lovely, lovely, lovely to hear from you this evening. And who else there? And Sandra Park says, hope everyone's doing well. And Deanne from New York says, hi from Brooklyn, New York. And Brooklyn's a lovely area. If you've been to Brooklyn, America, you've gone to New York, I tell you what a great place to go shopping. See, I'm a bloke, and actually I don't mind shopping, especially going to stuff there, especially shoes. Shoes, me and shoes, pretty cool. Yeah, everything else is everything else, but shoes, yeah. Anyway, maybe you've got an area of prestige that you like to focus on, whether it's shoes, whether it's whatever. Anyway, Katrina, she says, Sarah Katrina says, hello, good evening. She says, hi. A lady economical with words just says hi. Anyway, so here we are, 11th of October. We're soaring through this month here, and all the astrologers are saying out there, oh God, is this going to be a month and a half? Maybe some of you are finding this already. Maybe some of you are actually enjoying this month so far. Okay, maybe there's a little bit of a slowness to the air. And one of the things I like to ask you is, how are your energy levels? How are they? How are they? Are they rocking away? Are they? What's happening there? Are your energy levels peaking through the roof, or are you feeling like, oh, a little exhausted? Love to know here, because there's a reason for everything, isn't there? These little things in life, reason for everything, and there's possibly a very good reason why you feel like this. Sandra says shoes, coats, and hats. Yeah, actually, I like hats. Yes, coats, yeah, okay. Chaz says, hello, Phil and Deborah. Hello, Chaz. Very nice to see you. And yes, so this is, so maybe out there, guys, there's some stuff going on in your life. Just tell us about your energy levels. Are you feeling fit as a fiddle? Are you feeling, oh, this is knackering? Up and down. Okay, right, here we go. She's Susanna. I can't say in other words that predictive text, wherever it is, Facebook goes and says. But up and down, hard to understand and manage. Okay, that's one interpretation, possibly of the energies at the moment. How are you other guys feeling out there? Just text in. Don't your fingers do the job. That's it. Just text in what you're doing. And don't forget, in the cafe at Clairvoyance, you definitely need a cafe. A coffee. Cafe. Anyway, Adriana, all the way over from America, says, hey, everyone. Hey, Adriana, lovely to see you. And Sandra says, hi there, Ariana. See, you lot are just so friendly. You all just chat away to each other. I mean, I'll just sit back and you lot just chat. Is that all right? Is that what you like? Right, okay. Now, Denise says hello as well. So that's very nice too. So very good evening to you. Good evening to wherever you are. Now, I think we ought to have a look at your astrology chart and see what's going on there. And just bring that in and see what's going to go on there. Okay. So here it is. This is this week's astrology chart. And if you don't know anything about astrology, then just notice it's a wheel with a load of squiggly lines in, and I'll talk you along as we go. How's that? And actually, I can't wait, actually. I love the Tuesday show, definitely, but also Wednesday show when Guillemar comes in. Fabulous time, that is. And we have a good talk about astrology and spirituality. Mix it all together with a bit of numerology. So if you're around on that show, if you want to watch it, you can do. It starts 11 o'clock in Spain, 10 o'clock UK. And it's also on. It's also in the libraries and the archives of Cafe Clairvoyance and YouTube. You can find the show as well if you want to come back and watch it at a later date. Okay, right. Okay, yes. Please repress those hearts and share that love, says the producer. And yes, so I think for a producer, I'd just like to give her this evening. We all deserve a little hoot every now and then. And to you guys out there in America. And if you just heard that, that's my dog barking in the background. And to you guys there in the UK. And everyone else somewhere else in the world. That's it. How's that? Okay, that just gets us all together as a community. And probably that's the energy which is really coming through at the moment, is this sense of community. If we can create community within ourselves, then probably that's the way forwards. For example, this energy at the moment, if I look to point out the chart here, we've got Cancer just in that point there, and all the way around here, we've got Capricorn just up there, And those energies around us here well, these are focal points that have been going on throughout part of the year. And although we've seen, for example here, maybe restaurants or some shops or different places have closed down, not been able to function the way they had done because of lockdown and things like this, or the way we're being told by the powers that be how to conduct ourselves regarding going out to venues. But one of the things that comes across with this is building a sense of community. That's the Capricorn side. Cancer, Capricorn, yes, it's building a sense of community. If we can do that, some of the stuff here that really comes out for us here is stuff that really builds a great picture here. Is if we could build this community. For example, if you're a restaurant and you've been out there, some of the good things to go and do is create something which is more online. Get people talking, get people together, get people to share ideas. And also, I know a lot of restaurants that are turned to doing takeaways or things like this, or they're doing venues differently how they used to. But yeah, we have to change, don't we? Adapt a little bit. Anyway, just going to move that over there. Thank you. Right. Okay. So anyway, let's have a look at your stars this week, and it's interesting actually. Yes, I think Cave Claire, the producer, gets it just right here. She says sharing is caring. If we could share and care, then we are the friendly bears. How's that? Yes, I think it's what's great here actually is that. If we can share and care like that, and then we're all working together, and it's a different energy, isn't it? And I think it's coming into that feminine energy that's starting to build in this particular realm we're going through now. And I say feminine energy because what does it mean? The guys are all going to turn a different way or something? Going to start cross-dressing? Must admit, I get really angry when I get dressed. Anyway, so but it's more about being in touch within ourselves, and this is the energy that really is working on here. Tonya Cunningham says, "Hello, hey, with a big kiss. How's that? Mwah! Back to you too." And okay, so let's start with you Arians out there, which is where part of the action is happening at the moment. Is this energy sometimes. Like Susanna says, I feel I'm in a bubble sometimes, in and out of dimensions. Yes, it's a little bit like that. Sometimes people are feeling like this. Oh, God, why am I so exhausted? That's the Mars effect. It's going retrograde, plus the fact now Mercury is slowing down. It's slowing down and going down and going down. And the reason why it's doing this is because it's about to go into its retrograde cycle, which starts on the 14th of this month. Thinking, oh no, here we go. We've got Mercury retrograde, Mars retrograde, all the squares going on, these angles going on in Capricorn. How are we going to cope? Of course we'll cope. It's just energy. It's energy. We're relating to energies. It's almost like the influence out there coming down on us, and us having the cosmos inside of us, because all of us are made of the same chemicals, the stuff that's going on out there. Then we're reacting to it. One of the things I'd say here is with Mercury retrograde, it's in the sign of Scorpio, and it's very much about how we analyse things, how we look at things, how we want to feel secure. And Mercury is actually communicating with us, saying here, perhaps we just need to relate to ourselves a little bit more differently. Perhaps we need to do things, feel safe in maybe a different way here. And well, actually, and it's interesting what people are coming up and saying here. It says, Tony says, I'm still single. Actually, well, that's good. That means that makes way for a fabulous character to come into your life. How's that? Yes, someone amazing, rather than just having any old riff-raff out there. You're actually waiting now for someone amazing to come into life. So these things just totally rushing, and that's what Mars's energy at the moment says. Don't rush anything. Mercury's saying here, we're just going to go backwards and rearrange how we're feeling about things, about that sense of security, about that sense of, I just want to make sure things are right. So although we can find this challenging at times here, if we just go with this rather than going against it, because one thing of Mercury, one of the Mercury traditions here is when you go against Mercury, it doesn't make things better. Unfortunately, it goes worse. And yes, time again, we see that, unfortunately. So Mercury tends to affect a lot of things here. A lot of times in our life here, when Mercury is in a retrograde cycle, it tends to mix up travel plans or things like this, anything to do with electronics, anything to do with this here. But this time it's in a sign of water, but it's also a sign of money. Money, water, emotions, how we're feeling about money, where our security is, just want to know how we're going to build a more secure future. Well, Mercury is going to go backwards in our chart, or retrograde in our chart here. The apparent motion is not actually happening. It just appears that way. And but it's actually going to go and refresh some ideas. How does that sound? If we refresh some ideas, like, I got an idea, or actually what was going on isn't working. I need to go back a little bit to find the clue where things haven't been working out right, and then they go ahead. How's that? Is that cheering you up? Hopefully it's cheering you up, making you feel a bit happier, thinking, oh, God, what's it going to be like with these energies here? It's just slow here. Some people you're going to find are not going to react to it very well. They're going to find here that they just want to come out and explode, because the energy is very slow moving. Very slow moving, and Mars and Mercury retrograde. And sometimes it's like rather than being out there on a race course, you just need to be in a library. Somewhere quiet. Okay. Yes, Susanna says, thank goodness I'm learning astrological rhythms. This is that to this, so I'm doing well. Good. I think I know what you meant there. Yes, I know what you meant. It's a little bit of that projective text, I know. Anyway, so these rhythms, when you respond to the rhythms, you just go, okay, little things are going to be a little bit sort of erratic. People are sometimes going to find it, where am I? What's going on? Just go with, it's easier. Yes. And but all the plans, all the ideas we thought we were going to invent and get going, they just take a little time. Anyway, Aries, let's start with you guys. Mars backtracking through your sign is asking you to reorganize your plans and personal life. What seems to be difficult now with actually has a U-turn in your life a little bit later on. And with Venus in your 6th house, the Venus of love, is like, it's the easier way of working, or just get on with the day-to-day stuff. If you just follow this with Venus in your sign here, you'll probably have quite a harmonious time. It's just going with the Venus flow. Sounds like a dance, doesn't it? Should we do the Venus flow? Whatever that is, we'll find out what it is. Anyway, so that's you guys here, and I think it's not always going to be straightforward at the minute, but later on, you guys, when Mars turns direct, boom, it's going to be like a wave of energy coming in and transform your lives into the better. Taurus, hey Taurus, you Taurians, you lovely people. Relationships are focused this week, and although life may seem challenging and exhausting, it seems decisions this week should not be rushed. No, this is interesting here, because Mercury over in Scorpio is going to go retrograde, and you got Venus there, which has made links over to Uranus recently. Things are changing, but don't rush the long-term decisions in your life just yet. You know what it's like here sometimes? You sort of know where things could go. Your perception could be thinking, okay, I think my life's going that way. However, the flow of life here, the rhythm of life, is likely to take you on a few more journeys. So it's almost like at the moment, especially romantically, personally, it just says here, do you know what? Just take things like a couple of days at a time. Just go with the flow, because rhythms of life are likely to change. And there's sometimes it's a fate thing. It's a fate thing in some respects. It takes us out of what we think we should be doing into what life seems to be guiding us to do. Yes, it's a bit like that. Sometimes we like to feel we're in control. When we're not in control, for some people, they just explode. Bang. Hopefully they don't. That'd be a mess, wouldn't it? Anyway, Gemini. Let's have a look at you guys. Your ruler Mercury goes retrograde this week until the 3rd of November. It's a good time to go with things, but expect delays, but in the long run, which can help you. And think things through nice and slowly there. And I mean, Venus there in the home area of your chart is actually making some nice links this week. So it's going to make home life or romantic things going on in the home, perhaps. Even family matters, things like this. They could start to go a little bit better, a bit happier for you guys. Yep, I think you're going to see things getting just a little bit warmer, just a bit better for you guys. So good. Cancer, the home people, or at least it's associated with the home. Not necessarily all Cancerians want to stay at home. I know a load who don't. Right, Cancer, an opportunity may arise this week, which may give you a helpful insight to your future plans. Relationships in all areas have never been so challenging or eye-opening. An adventure or holiday may have to be put on back for a while, and watch health matters just a little bit. You've got Venus there, which is very much in the third house around you, which is very much in your solar third house. It's very much about other people. And sometimes you'll find them, yes, they're going to be all go, yes, make plans this week, and all of a sudden plans go that way. Just go with. It's one of those crazy times. But in the long run, though, I think you could find that this will be quite you're used to this retrograde stuff because Mercury is your ruler. You're used to it. So all in all here, it will tend to go a little bit easier your way. In fact, if you just relate to what you normally do, how you get up to things here. Okay, my daughter is having a baby this week. Oh, congratulations, and I wish her. We all wish her very, very every single success, and I think you deserve one of these. Yeah. Okay, Leo the lion. Let's have a word with you, Leos, here, because changing faces or friendships may be on the cards this week. A week of delays and unexpected issues requires a cool head and a warm heart. Guys, you've got to have a warm heart. So would you understand here that you Leos especially here, because you like to, of course you do, you like to express yourself, you like to be out there, you like to be, hey, you can make things happen, you're inspirational people, you're very much doers. And sometimes the energy at the moment is just saying here, well, you've got the ideas there, but maybe you can't bring them out just yet. And so, yeah, maybe some people are just a little bit challenged at the moment. Watch money issues, although in the long run, though, I think you're going to find financially it's going to be a better time. So money's coming in, but just watch what is going out. Yes. Okay. And hello, Caitlin. Yes, hello, Caitlin, says the producer. Good. Okay. Virgo. Now, you guys. Venus is in your sign and is adding some calm waters. Lucky you guys. To this seemingly challenging time. Your ruler's going retrograde this week. On the 14th, it may delay some local events and plans, but Venus in your sign though is adding some sparkle and a bit of razzle dazzle to your life here, which maybe others aren't seeing just at the moment. Pisceans may be taking a little bit of advantage of this, and maybe some other earth signs too. But basically though, I think you're going to find this in a quite eventful time, even though things are a little bit like, oh well, they're delayed, let's have a bit of a social time instead. And only up to 6 though, unless you're online, you can have thousands. Anyway, so yes, that's the way it sort of is. But Venus going through your sign is actually working with you. It's not working against you. It's just that some challenges you are facing there, but they're not going to be impossible. For you guys, I think you're quite lucky there. Right, Virgo, let's go on to the other side here. Right, actually, I've gone. Let's go on now to Libra. Yes, and matters are at hand, and with the ruler making a harmonious aspect to Uranus, you may be able to see a breakthrough for the better. And Venus in your 12th house. That's amazing. That's just amazing, because what's going on here is deep passions may arise to the surface, which spark a bit of love, a bit of flair in your life here. And it won't be too long before Venus actually moves into your sign. Yes, and a lot of harmony then starts to come forwards, and a lot of this energy that we're going through, these challenges, but actually that's going to start changing, because sooner or later the sun comes out of Libra, which is about us all trying to find a balance and trying to find a way forwards in lives here. But that will soon move on, and then all of a sudden it moves into Scorpio, and especially as we go through November, the energy starts to lift a little bit. Up we come, we say. Anyway, okay, so Scorpio. A week to see changes and progressions turn into opportunities. Not many of us are seeing this at the moment. However, Scorpio, you could see this, and it's going to be quite an amazing time. It's almost like you see somebody prepare for it, and then all of a sudden change of plans, and a great time for friendships. And Venus in your 11th house. Yes, this is a great time for opportunities to be able to get social, friendly, enjoyable, and like your life around you. And a friend, get ready for this. If you're single, there's a single Scorpio out there. In fact, I think if I come back here, Tonya, you're a Scorpio, I think, aren't you? And if you're not, don't worry. But maybe it happens for you anyway. But But as you go through this week, here, you will find here that a friend may turn into a little bit of a eye for you. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Yes, very nice indeed. So may well be there. So good luck to you, Scorpios. Hope you have a lovely time. Lovely time. And moving on. Okay, Sagittarians, you forward-looking people, you lovely people, fire people. Money matters may seem challenging this week, but then as the sun squares your ruler. Now, sometimes when you get a square, some people thinking, oh God, it's going to be tension, it's going to be anxiety. Well, not necessarily. Sometimes they create opportunities, because otherwise you just sail on by and you miss opportunities because we're not looking. But now we actually start looking for where our lives can actually start to get better. We start looking around, searching where we're going. Sometimes then we start to find that life actually starts to pick up and get better. Good. So you may all find this. Venus is on its way to add some sparkle to your love life. I think it should do, actually. Yeah, I think it should do. Venus in the 10th may make you're making positive impressions with people. Now, this is the area where you're quite lucky at. Because you may well find here that some opportunities come up either through an older member in the family, or you may well find out this, guys. Here, this is going to be a marvelous opportunity, especially if you want to make an impression with bosses or people want to employ you, or maybe opportunities in your career life just suddenly come to light. And I'd say here to get organized, be sharp, and you'll probably have great success here. So, yes, there you go. Right, okay. Capricorn, you may need to weigh up some decisions carefully this week. Mars delays projects, but Venus is bringing some wonderful moments your way. And Venus in the 9th house, it's good for travel. It's good for looking ahead, especially if you think of taking up projects this week. That's going to be good. Despite the climate at the moment, Venus is linked coming up to Jupiter, to Pluto and Saturn. The swaying link as it goes through is going to make this quite an eventful time. Eventful time for Capricorns and for Virgos, and probably Taurus as well will take a little benefit from this as well. But you'll find, guys, it's going to be quite a good time here. And I think it's the patience that you have to be able to put matters through. This is what helps. And Capricorns can be very, very patient. Can be. Not always, but can be. Okay, Aquarians, you friendly lot, you lovely friendly lot. You always know when you got a great group of friends, because somewhere in there is an Aquarian. That's why you got a great group of friends, because Aquarians just seem to attract people to make friendships. So if you know some Aquarians out there, that's why. Guys, don't forget to keep pressing those hearts. Press those hearts, press those likes, and get it on out there. Thank you very much, because this is what helps the show. And keep sharing it too. Okay. Kathy Flannery says, thanks, needed that. No problem at all. It's a pleasure. Aquarius. Okay, Venus is adding some sparkle to some very interesting plans and projects. And with its recent harmonious link to your ruler, which is Uranus, you're going to see yourself almost like under sail somewhere. So like a plan is already started moving for you guys, or something's about to set sail. Something is about to start moving for you. Something's about to get better for you guys here. And Venus is in the 8th solar house around chart. It's very good to do with deep matters. It's a very passionate area. And Aquarians are quite funny when it comes to passion. They like friendship stuff. When it comes to passion, they go, yeah, but where's the exit? After the passion, where's the exit? Sorry, I'm insulting you, Aquarians, I know, but really, I know you're not like that. No, you're just worse. Anyway, so yes, so interesting here. So I think you guys are going to enjoy some extraordinary time, and also maybe there's going to be some belief changes around you guys. Maybe you're going to find something here that's going to transform your lives a little bit, and I think then you're interested in this. You'll do very, very well. Fantastic. Okay, right, so let's have a look here. Now we're going to Pisces. Pisces, you lovely people. You lovely fishy people. I say fishy because you're a fishy sign. Mars seems to be playing havoc. Oh dear, poor Mars, and poor you. Okay, playing havoc here with some plans this week, which seem to be taking ages to complete. Finances too may be holding you back, but partners may have a surprise in store for you. Now, the reason for that is because there you are, Pisces, beautiful sign, but right opposite you is Venus in Virgo, which is about relationships and partnerships close to you. So that's going to be some of the strong times here. And I think that'll be amazing. Now, So it's about friendships, people who know you, who may be adding some benefits into your life, something changing your life here. And I think you'll probably enjoy this a great deal. So let's see what goes on there. Okay, I'll be back in a second, but I think we need a little bit of this. Back in a moment. Okay, right. I think we're going to start coming up to that time now, and I'm just looking for. Yeah, here we go. We're now going to start doing some live readings, and some of you guys written in already. And right, let's see what's going on here. But I think you guys, let's get ready and. Yeah, it's live reading time. You know the sound. You know the sound, guys. You've been here before. So, Sandra, that is fantastic. She says, I'm a Pisces. Hubby just gave me a beautiful eternity ring. That's just it, Pisces. Just it. So, partners around you is what's helping you guys. So, I think maybe something beautiful there is going to happen for you. And maybe if you're a Virgo, then maybe. And you've got a partner who's Pisces, maybe something's going on there. But actually, just to say to you, in astrology, although we say here because we're Pisces, we should be with Cancer, we should be a Scorpio, because of water signs. No, it's nothing like that at all. Really, what a lot of astrologers like to say is it's your opposite sign that attracts. So there we go. There we go. Okay, right. So let's go to Alice first of all. Good evening to you, Alice. Good evening. And we've got the colour purple. What direction should I go in my career? Ooh, let's have a look at this now. What direction? Purple. Purple. Well, the first thing I pick up here is, it's interesting here. Would you understand here, first of all, that I pick up here, and it's a nice energy with this, if you were to stop thinking at the moment about there's got to be an answer right now. Would you understand if I said to you here that anything that sort of comes to light seems to have, I like the idea of that, but no, that's not quite. Oh, I could go do that. That's not quite right. Oh, I could go do that. No, that's not quite right either. And everything is just a bit jumbled up at the moment. So I would like to say to you here, in fact, as I'm communicating here with the spirit world, I've got a lovely man. Oh, he's hilarious. Right, I've got a lovely man here who's coming through for you. And I'm always going to get his name in a minute here. I get the feeling here. But it's interesting to hear what he's actually telling me. He's saying to me here, he says here, that his teeth didn't fit in his mouth for the last few years of his life. Because I think his mouth shrunk. So he had his false teeth there. You get them changed. So as he's talking, it's like his mouth is moving that way, but his teeth are going like that way or in outer frequency. So it looks hilarious. It looks like one of those teeth things that chatter like that, but he just looks hilarious. But this guy's coming in. He does humour me with this. He does say here that, and it's interesting here because I feel around this particular time here, I feel just go with the flow just at the moment. Now would you understand here, Alice, that you were actually thinking of going into a caring environment? Like, for instance, nursing, caring, doing anything about looking after people, because this has come up. I've got a lady here who's coming through, and she was not an old lady when she passed, this lady here. In fact, I want to get a big J name, like Judy, big J now, Judy, because she just come through with this gentleman, and they're just showing me the care profession. Would you understand about considering working there? But this isn't the first time, I think, here, that's actually going that way. It's not the first time. So I think here, this is going to be a particularly opportunistic and good time. If you just let things flow, but I think you'll be called into that area. It may not be the first job you get is the most perfect one, but give it a little while. It's all going to come through, especially before you even get to the end of November. I think something very good is happening in your working life here. Now, just jumping in on here, because I like your stories here, guys. And Alice says, 100%. Oh, thank you very much. And Haley says, interesting enough, my husband is Aquarius and I'm a Pisces. We have the best relationship. Fantastic. I'm so happy. In fact, we need to give you a little bit of let's give you a hoot. That's it. Found you, Caitlin, there. I have so many people in my Aquarians in my life, and they are some of the most strongest relationships and friendships. Yes, Aquarians, when your friendships there, they can be the absolute best. And Kathy Flannery says here, my daughter, who's a Pisces, has a job interview coming. Any news? I think she'll do very well. We'll come back into that a little bit later, though. Okay, sorry for the typos. That's all right. We just know that you've got terrible, terrible spelling. Absolutely terrible spelling. Outrageously bad. No, it's typos. How can I shout? Because when I said that at the start there, Mercury retrograde, and yes, and also I got told up there that it was that it came up saying Murphy going retrograde rather than Mercury. Dear oh dear. Anyway, there we go. Right. Okay. Emily says here, Pink, anything for me, please? And let's have a little look and see what's coming up for her. Right. And yes, good. Okay. So Ellie, what do I need to tell you? What I need to tell you at the moment here, please? And the first thing here is, would you understand here that I don't... I'm just picking up a little bit just to keep an eye on your energy levels. And would you understand here a little worry that could come through with possible how you're feeling about yourself, even the odd health matter and things like this? I just think here, whatever it is that's there, I think here that you do not need to think as intensely as you've been doing there. I don't think so. I think you maybe just need to get some clarity on some situations around you, especially relate to health, and you need to seek a health professional. But I'm not seeing this as anything. I don't feel energy-wise around you, this is something that you need to worry about. I just feel a lot of mental energy and worry and things like this. But really, we just need to go with the flow. Just need to go with flow. So I think that's some of the things we need to look at there. Right, and let's just have a little look at the cards here. Right, okay. I'm just going to cut the pack into 3 piles. I've got the left, middle, and right. And I'll go for the middle here. How you doing out there? You all right? You having a great time? People, brothers and sisters, how are you? You all right? And just press a little heart. Let me know you're rocking. Give us a thumbs up. Says you're happy. Okay, right. And that's interesting because Maria Hemsley just comes in and says, hello, beautiful people. Well, I've just said that too. That's amazing. Must be a synchronicity going on here. Right, okay, yes, over worry about children, over worry about younger ones, and decisions to be made here. And the decisions, I feel, will be a little bit delayed, but that's not a bad thing. And I think sometimes here, do you know what sometimes it is here is sometimes it's just that need, sometimes just to rest. And sometimes when we're resting and thinking, right, what's wrong? I'm resting, what's wrong? Something must be wrong. No, you're resting. There's nothing wrong. We're resting. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Life is funny. Life is funny. Okay, right, let's go. We just had a little chat there. Let's go on here and see what else we got there. Right, okay. We're going to go to Sandra down the road. Sandra's down the road, wherever down the road is. But it's down the road, turn left, and that's where Sandra lives. If you want to go and visit Sandra, down the road, turn left, it's on the corner. Isn't it, Sandra? You know exactly. I know you. And, good evening, Maria. Good evening, Paul. Lovely to see you. And let's have a look here. So, Sandra, anything for me, please? Anything for me? Anything for me? Okay, Sandra, one thing I'd like to say to you here is, would you understand... Okay, this sounds nuts, but I just got to say this. Would you understand about hair colour change? Hair colour change. I just got hair colour change. Obviously very important. Well, for a guy it isn't, because... anyway, but I've got hair colour change. Would you also understand here, please, about... just pick up next energy here. It's interesting with your little thumbnails. Wherever you come across, there's always an animal in your thumbnails. Anyway, so... Anyway, just picking up here, just to say to you that there's this feeling here that I get around you that I would say that coming over, she just says yes to a hair change. Good. I'm glad you understood that. But I just pick up this energy around you now that says here, you're going to hear a lot of information from people, almost like it's coming to you, whether it's, I don't think it's people that you actually be talking to your immediate environment, because I'm getting radio masts. So this is people going to be talking to you on your phone, sending messages, sending emails. And I get a feeling here, just to say to you, Sandra, you may well hear a lot of gossip this week, and I call it gossip, a lot of stories. And really what I pick up here, Sandra, is things are going to change. So anything that looks a little bit like, oh dear, that's bad news, or oh dear, that's not so good, or whatever it is, things will change. Things will change. Just be careful of information's coming to you. It's a bit like Chinese whispers. Chinese whispers. That's a little bit what I pick up here. Right. Okie dokie 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 dokie. Let's have a look here. So, Sandra, anything else coming up here that I need to tell you about? Yes, about cars. Yes, you're going to watch the front end of cars. Tyres, engines, front end of cars. That's what I pick up here to do this. And also, don't do gossip. That's right. But you're going to hear it. You're going to hear it. And what I related to you is don't relate to any of it. That's right. Right. Right, okay, and you've got 3 piles of cards. I'm going to go for left for you and see what comes up here. What's coming up in front of you? That's coming up here. And your cards are saying here, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Security with money around you. Security, and I tell you what here, it's about being tight within yourself. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, it means holding on to your own integrity, being true to yourself this week, and not getting too involved in any disagreements coming up. This is what I think I'm picking up for you. Don't take sides on disagreements. Stay neutral, stay out of it. Like you say here, don't do gossip, don't need any of it. And yes, so that's what I pick up there. There. And yes, so hopefully that's, yes, right on, she says. Right on. Okay, right on. The Americans will understand that. Right on. In fact, Caitlin will understand that. Yes. Okay, let's have a look here, Caitlin. And Tonya says general. General. She just says general. I always thought you were a major. I never knew you were a general. But no, it's nice to know that you're very high ranking there. Anyway, let's come back to Caitlin. Right. Okay. Caitlin, anything for me, please? Black. No, black's a lovely colour, isn't it? Black's a lovely colour because black is that transition colour. It's when we look into colour therapy, black is about transition, changing from one state to go to another. And it's also very much about it going to something which could be a little bit unknown. Like sometimes we like to think what's around the corner, but very much when we go into colour black, it's not about that way there. And so that's sometimes the way it comes through there. So let's have a little look here. Let's have a little look, see what's coming up for you, Caitlin. In fact, as I'm talking here, I've got 2 gentlemen here. One of them, he tells me here, his initial, he has actually initial began with F. You know, like Fred, Frank, but I've got the initial F to do with him here. And there's a man with him, which I think is his brother. And they're both coming through together. One of the 2 here says he was very, very ill before he passed. Very, very ill. In fact, he's just impressing on me here to say it was a lot of his body was not very well. A lot of his body. And but these 2 were together quite closely. I think they're like twins or 2 brothers, 2 very close brothers here. And they're coming through here. They're saying to me that they're more attached to your mother's side than your father's side. So give me a bit more confirmation here to Caitlin. And they're also telling me here as well that it's interesting here because you're going to be going over a water. This is not over an ocean, over sea, but you'll be going over a water of some kind because of something to do with work and living is going to change a bit of location for you. But it's going over water, like going over a river, like going from one town to the next, which is separated by a bridge or something like this or a ferry. And but I see something changing about because they're telling me here, they want to bring through this to you, that they keep bringing through dogs. And I know I've picked up this before here, but they are bringing through dogs around you, and they're telling me that this is going to be quite an interesting time around your next few months. And literally, the oddest thing is to say to you, Caitlin, it's not what you do, it's what happens. And sometimes it takes us completely out of the way from doing things like thinking that we have control of our life. Sometimes we haven't always, and sometimes it comes through like this. Anyway, let's have a look at your cards. Look at your cards. You've got 3 piles of cards here. I'm going to go for the left, I think, on this one. And Caitlin, let's see what comes up here. And yes, cheers to you all, by the way. Yeah. Right. Oh, this is interesting. This is really interesting. There's going to be a job, all right. and it's going to come out from just people. It's not who you know, it's what you know, and people that you meet who are willing to pass on messages to other people, and those other people then contact you. Okay. Right. Because what I pick up here is the energy. This is going to be interesting times, because you're going to go into a career which is going to be very good, and also possibly a new home. And some thinking, oh my God, I don't want to upheave and change again or anything like this here. But what you change to, I think you're going to be quite happy with. So good news on that one. So wish you well there. Wish you well there. Right. Okay. So hopefully that helps. Good. And right, Chaz and Denise. It's not Chaz and Dave. Chaz and Denise. No colour, anything for them. No colour at all, anything for them. Oh, now you're getting me to work really hard, guys. Now, come on, I need a colour. Colour here, crikey. Now you're pushing it now. An engine needs replacing. That's the first message I get for you. An engine needs replacing. And I'm also picking up here too to say to you that there's going to be interesting here, because a lot that's going to go on over the next week or so will leave a lot of talking. In some respects, so you can think, oh God, is everything okay? Yes, everything is okay, but you're just here, load of stuff here. And it's in a community thing around you. Very, very close, like doorways away, like maybe the end of the street, the end of the road. But you're going to hear a lot of things. And I pick up around you, it's whatever the problem is, it's that big, where people's emotions, irrational behaviors and everything like that get involved, it's that big. So problems that big, people's behaviors, reactions that big. So what I pick up here is stay that big. Okay, that's some of the stuff that's going to come through. But it's not about you guys. It's about people you're going to hear around you. You're going to hear news. You're going to go, this is a bit crazy. And people are going to go off, not off a deep end, but I think people are going to react in some way for me. I think for you guys, just go, okay, just stay calm, just stay at peace, and just stay safe there. And also, someone's getting a new musical instrument in. New musical instrument of some kind. That'd be interesting. See what that is. Yes. Okay. Right. Let's have a little look here. Right. Just shuffle the cards and let's see what comes through for you guys. Right. Okay. I'm going to go that way. Yes. You're going to hear about news. You're going to hear about news which is going to go, oh my God, this isn't good. And everybody's going to go a little bit like, whoa, it's going a bit crazy. And I think all you guys have got to do is just stick to your sweet little selves. You'll be very, very happy and everything will be fine. And you'll notice here that this is going to go on. And hopefully we know we don't need any more instruments. Well, I'm sorry, but another one seems to be coming in. Maybe it's like big, that like a big bassoon. I think everybody needs a bassoon at some point in their life. Do you need a bassoon? Anybody else need a bassoon? Yes. Okay. Okay. So let's see what comes out there. Okay, guys. Good. Okay. And hopefully that helps you guys there. But let's just come back up here. Right. And let's have a little looky here. Maria says a big heart. That's very nice. And Sandra says sending healing hugs. And let's have a little look here. I'm just going to get my glasses on and I can see what's coming out there. Right. Okay. Maria. She says, Silver, will I move soon? You're a very moving lady. How's that? Is that what you wanted to hear? Yes, you move people a lot. Okay, very moving. Let's go on, I need a drink for this one. Teasing. Anyway, right. Maria, will you move soon here? Okay, I've got, you're surrounded by spirit at the moment. You're surrounded by everybody. There's a lot of energy here around you at the present time. And it's interesting here because one thing I'm starting to pick up around you is a feeling that your life in many ways is going to transform. Yes, it is. And it actually here, what I pick up, I've got to say this to you because this is what I pick up here. I pick up what's going to start changing your life here may bring some tears up. But then what comes from that brings happiness. So there may be some, oh God, I'm going through it. This is just too much. There's a very challenging time. But then what comes up is like, oh my goodness, I couldn't wish for any better. When it comes to moving, I think that when you move, it will be like that. It'll be a very sudden thing. In fact, I get a little bit of hopscotch, like a doing doing sort of thing here. Hopscotch, and I pick up that you'll move to one place, it'll be a temporary place, but then there'll be someone else that comes up. What you've got to watch here, though, and I'm going to say this to you because I can pick this up, is watch a little bit of the green-eyed monsters around you over the next sort of few weeks or so as your life starts progressing to moving, because people seem to like you in one place. And then you go and change your life, you start doing better, you start getting happier, and all of a sudden it seems that isn't acceptable to everybody else. But your life is going to change, and you just got to go with it, and it's for you. And with that, you've got to stay quite strong here to be yourself, be integral, be yourself here, and mix with the people who love you to bits, who want you to progress. And I pick up this is going to come around you, and I've got a grandmother here who's talking to me about this, and she wasn't particularly tall, and she just says like this here. She says here, keep your plans to yourself. Keep your plans to yourself. That's going to be some of the big ways going forward. Okie dokie. And let's have a look here at the 3 piles of cards and see what's coming through. I'm going to go for the right on this because it's the right way to go. She says, I can feel that. Yes, you've got this coming up, and it's going to be quite a strong one here. And also here, there's a lot of talking that's going to go on around you, especially to do with relationships and errors here. But I think you're going to get a lot of support. But I think here, what the big thing here is about your personal happiness. And it's your right to be happy. It's not for everybody else's right to take that away from you, for them to be happy. It's about you. And your friendships, that's going to be the question come up in front of you, who your friends are. Yes, interesting times we've got coming up here. She says, thank you. She says, I can feel that. Okay, yes, I think there's some of the questions there. Caitlin, who I read for earlier, says, my husband and I moved already, hoping we don't have to move again. Well, the thing here is, would you understand if I said to you that there may be a move of some kind coming up front because of an opportunity in a city which is over a water? Because I've got to cross water because something's happening there. If you'd understand that, then that's absolutely great. Or maybe you just want to just travel backwards and forwards. Maybe. Okay, right. And let's have a little look here. Now, okay, so how are you guys at the minute? You're right. I'm just going to come on to here. I just missed her. There she is. Monique. Hello, Monique. How are you? Hope you're well. She says, tell me something, anything that comes to mind. That comes to mind here. Okay, so let's have a little look here. And first of all, really what I needed was a colour. The colour sets me off because that's what I need to connect. But I'll have a go at this and see where we go. Okay, first of all here, would you understand here that you've had to go right into the core of you, When I say the core of you here, to find your strength, because this is what's been needed. Like you've changed yourself a great deal, and now there's the coming up of the next few months here. There's no rush for this. Is a new you is going to start to emerge and transform in front of you, which I think is going to be absolutely amazing for you here. But the transition of this sometimes feels like you're hunkering down, you're getting big shoulders, but you're learning to get strong. And I pick up this is going to be quite an important time here. Now, one thing that's going to start coming out here is as well, you're going to change the style of work that you do. And she says, yes, I have. You're going to change the style of work that you do. And I'm just asking the spirit world to come in and join us here. And it's interesting here because, Monique, I know that sounds French, but it's actually here. I've got someone here who connects with France. I've got a gentleman here who connects with France. And they're telling me as they come in here to join you that they're saying here that you'll work differently, but you thought that your work was going to get recognized. They're telling me here that you thought that your work was going to get recognized in a particular way. And they're saying to me here is that it hasn't sort of gone like that, just the way you want it to. However, you're going to change a style of something, a style in the way you work. And that's going to be interesting. So this would be something about being self-employed. And I think here that what you're going to find yourself doing is doing something, a type of work very, very different. Toulouse, Toulouse, yes, France. I picked up the particular people coming from France. And it's interesting here because I pick up here this energy which I pick up here. They're telling me here that you're going to be working differently, but you're going to be a lot happier doing it. And the interesting here is the work you get recognized is not in this country. The work that recognizes you will be in a foreign one. It may even be the UK. Here, which are thinking, damn, I want to work to get recognized down here. And all of a sudden it pops up somewhere else. And it's interesting here because you'll be happy what turns out in the end. Happy what turns out in the end. And sometimes in this world we're in, we have to be pretty flexible. So I think that's going to be a big thing there. Yes. Okie dokie. Right, let's have a look at your cards here. So we've got the left, the middle, and the right. I'm going to go for the left first of all, and let's see what comes up here. Right. Right. Your cards are very interesting here, and this is absolutely amazing. Yes, you're going to be working differently, but there seems to be something. Would you understand what I said to you, Monique? There's something that just lost. You just lost something. You just lost some drive, lost some enthusiasm, lost the way you used to work, and it just sort of disappeared, just shot off somewhere else. Well, it's going to be interesting because what I pick up here, come up in front of you over the next few weeks or so, this is going to be a bit of a redesign here. I have my first art exhibition in France. Yes, a foreign country. It won't be Spain. It'll be elsewhere. And I think here what's going to happen there. But it's also good what comes up a bit later. Well, would you also understand about the style of work, the way you've been working? Maybe you changed from an abstract to a different type of art, for instance, like that. Oh, fantastic. Love art. Lovely stuff. And yes, so hopefully that helps you there. Good. Okay, so guys, this week, a particularly interesting week. I think we all got ahead, and be interested to hear your stories, especially as we go through the week. We've got in 4 days' time, Mercury's going to go retrograde, which is I think that works out about Thursday. Anyway, so but on Wednesday, I've got the astrology show with Guillemar. And we'll be talking a lot about this as to help you guys through this particular period, how to steer through it. One of the ways I would say here to do this is experience the calmness within as you go through a particularly challenging time maybe, but we'll all get there. We're all going to get there. Good. And to say on Tuesday, I've got the very special guest coming on the show, who's I'll just get the book out again so you just see it so people didn't see it. Stephanie J. King. She's an author and she wrote a lovely book here. It's called And So It Begins. You have more power over life than you realise. And it'll be interesting to talk about this. And yes, very interesting book. She's an author of several books here. And I've met her a couple of times. I think she's a lovely lady and looking forward to having her on the show. Okay. So, guys, see you very, very soon and wish just to thank everyone who joined us. All details, all times of the show are on the website at cafeclairvoyance.com, and also all the details about the shows there are on the Facebook page, and you'll find it all there. So the next time we're going to be on is going to be Tuesday evening, which is going to be 8 o'clock in Spain, 7 o'clock in the UK, and whatever time is elsewhere. I wish you guys a terrific day. It's lovely seeing you, and have a great week. See you very, very soon. And okay, that's just from there. And yes, don't forget, loads of love here. Veggie burgers and love. Take care, guys, and have a great week. See you very soon, and loads of love to you. Take care. Thank you very much for joining me, and for myself and the producer, this is to you people. Thank you very, very much. See you soon.